Okay, Mr. Isack Hamata, tell us a little bit of your thought on the today's game, Kuka Tops versus Bucks Buccaneers. What went wrong for Bucks Buccaneer and what went right for Kuka Tops?
Thanks, Michael. What went wrong for both teams actually? I'll start with the end. The referee signals 5 minutes to play. You are leading 1-0, and you are still playing the game openly. I think that's the mistake that Buccaneers made. They were not controlling the game fully within the 90 minutes. The Kuka Tops were trying. They were really running, but for some moments a bit aimlessly. If they were structured in their approach, they could have gotten goals. The hunger is there. It's just maybe the guidance. And we always say when you come from the lower divisions into the Premier League, have 2 or 3 players that have played Premier League football, have people on the bench that have that Premier League experience. They would have guided them properly. Then you put a proper structure behind your game and you could have attacked Bucks Buccaneers. Bucks Buccaneers, most of those players have played Premier League before for Civics and other clubs. They also, I think, for the best part, there was a huffing and puffing, a bit of years wanting to do the right thing, but on the whole, it was really, they were playing Kuka Tops' game. They're chasing the ball aimlessly. But I'm just worried that they had it for 90 plus minutes. They sealed it, and then they conceded that goal at the end. I mean, for a team with players that have Premier League experience, that's not very excusable.
Okay, the head coach of Bucks Buccaneers, James Brits, he mentioned the problem of the centre forward. He has been talking about that the past few weeks. Can you also look at that and say perhaps they don't have enough power up front because they are one of the lowest scoring teams in the Premiership?
But whose problem is it? It cannot be anybody's problem. It's his problem. So if he doesn't have a centre forward, how did he assemble the team? Yeah, when you know that you need a centre forward, you need to get one. So whoever you got, they must do the work for you. Or what are you doing in training? If it is not to sharpen that centre forward that you have. So, but now he knows the window is opening tomorrow on the 20th, so he can go out there into the market and get the centre forward that he wants. The owner of the team was also watching, and I'm sure he is not very pleased with what he saw. The scoring opportunities were there, few and far between, not many, but they were. It's the finishing that maybe let them down. But tomorrow they must go out. I hope they'll identify. You cannot start identifying tomorrow. By tomorrow, the papers must already be signed. You cannot start going out tomorrow and say, I need this, I want to speak to you. The speaking should have happened before. Tomorrow is really just sealing the deals. And that goes for all the teams that are struggling that are conceding goals unnecessarily and those that are struggling to score. I think we need to learn to do the right things right. And that's by how you approach open and close and open windows so that you have in good time, because soccer is not stopping. Next week we have the MTC Maris Cup. It's not stopping for anybody. So you need to make sure that you just go into signing because you've already negotiated. But yes, a strikers problem, centre forward problem. It's not our problem. We want to see goals. He must go out and sign those players.
Okay, you are talking about the owner of Bucks Buccaneer was here in the stand. His face looked like he was not happy. There were some rumors going on now circulating that there will be a change of coaches in the coaching department. Not sure if you are aware of that. It's something that I've picked up in the past few weeks. Talking about Woody Jacobs taking over the reign at Bucks Buccaneers. What do you make of such rumors circulating?
I don't entertain rumors. When it's confirmed, it's confirmed. When it's not confirmed, you do not want to. You know what it does? It creates panic. The coach panics because there is a coach. He has not been told that he must go. So when those rumors are swirling, you are creating panic in the coach's system, and he is transferring that panic into the players, and then there's poor performance. And maybe that's why they are still the lowest scoring team, because you are saying it's for so many weeks that this talk has been come. Maybe those are part of the reasons, because potentially they have one of the best teams. Just last week in the friendlies in Okahanja, they scored so many goals in each of their matches. What is happening today? Is it not the same players? Is it not the same attitude? Or have they heard things that we are not supposed to hear? And that's why I'm saying sometimes when we say these things, they create some unnecessary tension, they create some unnecessary panic, and then the team doesn't perform well. As we speak now, the coach is with Woody Jacobs is with the owner. And maybe that is why people are making this these rumors. These people are friends. They have been friends. Woody is advising the current coach, is advising the owner, and that's the relationship that is there. It should not be seen as him wanting to take over. And if he does, let's wait for the confirmation, and not really create that kind of panic that really leads to poor performance on the pitches. We have seen when you are leading 1-0, 5 minutes to go, just seal it. Play containment football, and you are leaving it. So maybe, I'm not saying it is, but it could have been a reason. But let's wait. If there's an announcement to be made, there is still a coach. If they want to let go of the coach, they must treat that thing very delicately. We have had a movement of coaches, which for me doesn't really look right. Coaches moving. What do you say of the coaches? Coaches have families. They are looked upon highly by players, and now if they move, especially if they are dismissed, you are sending a message about them. So we need to treat the dismissal of coaches very delicately, and we should not have a high statistic of within so many matches. We have had 5 coaches already. What are we saying about our football? Already we have a very small pool of coaches in our country. We do not have so many who have A and B licenses, and that is a requirement from our FA, that if you coach top tier, you should have a particular diploma, coaching diploma. Now, if we keep on firing them, you will have some teams not having coaches. So, even if you are tempted to fire, why don't you give people time? We have played 9 rounds now. You have probably 62, 63 points to play for. What is the penny?
Okay, well, you are speaking about the NFA. You are the spokesperson at the NFA. Let's look a little bit about the turnouts of the crowd, not only here at UNAM, Independence. Let's take away from the regions. Like we all know that the regions, they are the ones that are known for attracting lots of spectators at stadium. Tell us a little bit, is this a concern, Namibians not coming out in big numbers, especially in Windhoek, to fill up stadiums?
I have read your editorial. It speaks about the low turnout, and that's a very genuine concern in our football at the moment, that Windhoek does not appreciate top tier football. And I can tell you, many years ago, when Conrad Angula was the editor of the Namibian News, he raised that issue. Windhoek people are spoiled. When you just decide to take out a final from Windhoek, you take it to another town, they'll be the first to complain. But they do not come to the field. They are on WhatsApp, they are on TikTok waiting for results. You should come and watch. So it's a real, I'm not speaking on behalf of the FA, I'm speaking on my own behalf as a football lover. Some of us, you watch 4 or 5 matches over a weekend. Some you don't watch fully. But because the players need to be appreciated. They need to see that they are appreciated. The sponsors that are putting money into football need to see that there are people appreciating what they are doing. So when these guys pull out one day, don't blame them, because they don't see, especially in Windhoek. If they say, no, we want our matches to be played by only teams that are playing outside Windhoek, we should not blame them, because as Windhoekers, we do not turn up when we are required to do so. You cannot also say, because there's a match here at UNAM and another at Independence, therefore, no, the turnout there is similarly low. Yeah, even if you put them together, it will not even feel 1/8 of this facility or the other one. So it's really a concern that we have football that is being played and it is not being watched. Young people want to be seen by their friends, by their parents, by whoever. Maybe if you allow me to change course a little bit in terms of attendance. Over the weekend at Jan Moore at the CBS Arena, that's what I call it, the turnout was prim and proper by young people who were watching their peers. This was an under-18 tournament, and congratulations to the winning team. The attendance there was great. Young people came out because they know who is playing. What I want to lead you to is, sometimes it's also an issue of identity. I'm not making an excuse. Does the supporter of Isack Hamata United identify with the players that are playing for Isack Hamata United? In the past, and I'm not bragging, and I used to be a Tiger supporter. I stayed in the same street as the late teenage Iyambo, Briggs Angula, Alele Kapule, all of those guys. And because I walk with them to the stadium where they are going to play, carry their bags, and therefore the whole of the location where we are staying would be supporting that team. African stars players are staying in a particular location. The people know them, therefore they support. Black Africa, the same. Orlando Pirates, the same. That was now back then. Now, there's that lack of identity. The team is there in name, but it does not have that character and that identity that identifies it with a certain area of Namibia. Could it be a problem? I don't know, but back then attendance was very high. Could it be that we have now football that's played on DSTV and other channels, and therefore people really just want to watch that football and not our football, and they just want to criticize our football? Our football will not grow if we watch it from our homes, from WhatsApp and from TikTok. You must come here. People must appreciate that they are being watched, even if you criticize them, but you are here. People will be very appreciative that at least you are spending $1 to come and look at them. That is the only way we can motivate our players to reach the highest level of football excellence.
Okay, we're talking about a bit of Kukatop's newly promoted side. What do you make of KK Palace collecting 6 points? They collected 3 points against Mighty Ghana. The team was unbeaten. They collected points against Okanja United. Tell us a little bit, are you surprised by that?
I'm not surprised. You know, Michael, you and I are maybe on most of these WhatsApp groups. I see your name all over where I am. And I learn from what's happening. I happen to know that Franz Bidi, the president of KK Palace, these guys did not start yesterday. I'm not going to mention the other teams that were also promoted. But Kukatops, from the moment they saw that they stand a chance to be promoted, they started doing things differently. Remember the health trials? Over a number of days, they imported the coach from
Kukatops or
not
KK Palace?
KK Palace.
Okay.
Sorry, I mixed the two. KK Palace. The moment they saw that they were being promoted, there's a chance for promotion, they started thinking big league football. They had trials. They brought in a coach from outside the country. They have a different complexion from the team that played first division football, because they know the dynamics in Premier League football are different. And I can tell you from my own experience, having promoted Tura Magic from under 17, second division, first division to Premier League, you cannot play with the players that brought you up. You must make some compromises, unfortunately. And that's what KK Palace have done. The leadership changed focus. Where you were giving these guys bread and sugar water, it must change. Where they were sleeping in classrooms, it has changed. Where they were traveling the morning of the game, that has changed. All of those, the mentality must change. You are now playing with the big cats. You must behave like a big cat, and that is what KK Palace have done. I followed them from when they were. I'm like you to an extent. You follow all of the football in this country, and that really helps you to start being critical and analytic of where we are going as a football nation. So, Kukatops, I'm not the one to advise them. I am on their group where they are discussing all these things. But I can tell you, I'm not seeing any of the players that have previously played Premier League. All of these players have come with the team from the lower division. They all have the same mindset. They don't have that tough nut to crack type of mindset. When the odds are against them, they all set to panic. I don't know the coach very well, but I know he has not coached Premier League. The previous one who resigned has not coached Premier League until the 5 matches when he resigned. The new one, he's chalking up some draws yesterday and today. Could he be the savior? But let's look at how do you change the team's character. It is by bringing in people who have played Premier League football, 2 or 3 of them. When I, as a Tura Magic director, we brought Opan Javera, who used to play for Ramblers, and he was just retiring. And we said, come and help us. We made him the captain. Immediately, there's respect that is given. Because now you are all coming from the first division. Who is telling who what? Yeah. Now, when you have somebody who is at least more senior, better exposed, you listen to that guy. He was even driving our Kumbi, and he decided how much time must you spend at the place. We allowed them out, go to the club or whatever, but at a particular time, you must come back. They listened to him, and therefore, they started acting differently. And we had 2-3 other players who also played Premier League who joined the club. And they really, that season, Tura Magic, the first 5 matches, they lost all the first 5 matches, but they finished number 5 because of change of character. There's somebody who could tell them practically the things that need to be done. So I'm advising Kukatops and any other team that's struggling to just look at, maybe when the window is now opening tomorrow, maybe you want to change, you want to just bring in 2 or 3 guys who have played Premier League football, not just any guy, somebody who can come and add value, bring substance, stabilize the team, change the psychology, the thinking, the way they think, the mentality. Because these guys are thinking the same. Nobody was up there. They are all just pointing fingers. You could see when they concede, there's nobody who takes ownership of that conceding of the goal. So things must change. If you want to stay up, unfortunately, 3 teams will be relegated. You don't want to be one of those.
Okay, obviously, this is the end of, let's say, the Deb Marine Premiership for this weekend. Next weekend, we all know that the FNB Super League is returning. Only one game, the top of the table clash. We are referring to last season top table teams, Beauties versus your old team, or we can say still old Ongos.
My team.
Okay, Beauties. What do you expect from those two giants of women football?
Look, that is, as you say, Ongos is not, honestly, they are not doing very well. They've chalked up a couple of draws, struggled to win when they won. Whereas Beauties, I think one of the matches they won 10-0, 10-1 and so on. I'm expecting a very titanic clash, but I can also tell you now, last season and the season before, Ongos, before even the league started, were favourites. That talk is out of the window. Now Beauties are the firm favourites to clinch this league. When you look at who is in their team, and when you look at Ongos, who is by and large the same team, but you also remember Blow has left.
Yeah.
She has gone to Julinho, and
Tomalina, she's on training with the police.
On training. Maybe that has affected them, but they had a big squad. But also, they are among the oldest players in the league, and perhaps fatigue also sometimes catches up. They went to Africa, they played in Malawi, they played the J.K.M Cup and all of these things. And I know most of them also played friendlies for other formations during the off-season. Could that be the reason? But all I'm telling you, Beauties, they have put the dagger in the ground. They have said, this year we also want to go and play Africa. So expect that to be the clash of the season.
Okay. So we have come to an end of the show. Until we meet again next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.